Just this weekend, an Alberta emergency room was closed overnight because there were no doctors to cover the shift. And while this time it was Cold Lake, it's been happening across the province, leading to the latest pitch to try and get doctors to move to rural communities.
Last 2 years have been tough. I mean, and I think most notably tough because of the pandemic that we have been dealing with.
The head of the Rural Health Professions Action Plan says he's seen rural doctors leaving for jobs in the city or other specialties.
This is an issue that's across the country. We here in Alberta, we still actually have an increase overall in terms of the number of docs. That said, we've had challenges in terms of attracting and retaining in rural areas for some time.
Alberta's health minister says those finishing med school residency could get a big chunk of cash, upwards of 60 grand, if they agree to work 3 years in one of 15 remote communities. Total taxpayer cost of $6 million over 3 years. The opposition NDP calling the plan unoriginal, saying every doctor will have to weigh these dollars against the knowledge that the UCP maintains legislation that allows them to rip up any doctor's contract on a whim.
It's been a challenge. I certainly agree that a contract would be a great move forward, and I'm confident that within the next while we'll have a negotiated agreement.
Formal negotiations are back on between doctors and the province. You'll remember 2 years ago, right before the pandemic, the UCP gave government new powers they then used to rip up the AMA contract. When asked about getting rid of that power to restore trust, Health Minister Jason Copping not committing one way or another.
Interest-based bargaining, and then it's through that process that we'll be able to get certainty for doctors, and we'll see what the outcome of that process is in terms of how we proceed.
This is just the latest program to attract and retain rural doctors. The health minister saying they are spending $90 million on the issue this year alone. In Edmonton, Carly Robinson, City News.